Hey guys, JK95 here. Want to share with you another story coming out of the anime community about the anime Attack on Titan and some negative things being said about its creator. So the anime and manga series Attack on Titan, which has a massive global fan base and has been on for 3 seasons now, and the anime that helped launch the streaming service Crunchyroll into the mainstream, has now come under fire for supposed pro-nationalist, anti-Korean, anti-Semitic, pro-Nazi, pro-war crime undertones throughout the later half of the series. I cannot speak for the show itself as I have never seen a single episode, and I can't speak 100% for the creator of the manga and the anime adaptation of said manga. He's getting accused of having undertones that are anti-Korean, anti-Semitic, pro-Nazi, pro-Imperial Japan, pro-warmongering, and pro-Fascist bubbling beneath the surface of the show. The creator himself admitted the show was inspired by an incident that he had. He was drunk and accosted by a man who was like several times his size. For those of you who don't know what Attack on Titan is about, it's about this walled city where the last of humankind is living, and outside the walls are these massive beasts called Titans that like kill and eat anything in their paths, and the Titans are hideous, and the people are generally like all dressed the same way, pretty much look the same way for the most part. But then again, I can't speak for the show as I've never seen a single episode or read a single chapter of the manga myself, so I can't be certain that there's this aforementioned subtext and undertones bubbling at the surface, but that's what the content creators are being accused of, and I'm here to report on that. In addition to talking about Attack on Titan and its creator facing accusations of pro-Nazi, pro-Imperial Japan, anti-Korean, anti-Semitic, and pro-Fascist rhetoric hidden beneath the show and hidden beneath the manga, I want to make note that a close friend of mine who's an author as well, shout out to my friend C.A. Suleiman. He wrote a fantasy series called The Lost Citadel, which sounds an awful lot like Attack on Titan, in which the Lost Citadel is about like a series of cities and towns that are basically walled off from the rest of the world, and outside the walls are these giant monsters, demons, and zombies and stuff. And when he told me about what his Lost Citadel books were about, I'm like, hey, this sounds an awful lot like Attack on Titan. But since then, the Lost Citadel books have gained a great deal of financial success, along with multiple tabletop role-playing and board games based on the series, and that were funded via Kickstarter. And once again, shout out to my friend C.A. Suleiman. That's his pen name, by the way. I'm using my real name for my books, and I'm gonna talk a little more about my books momentarily. Now that the creator of Attack on Titan is being accused of having not so good hidden subtext and undertones in his series, I kind of feared the same thing happened to me for years, well before Attack on Titan was even a show, because my books, despite being set in a medieval fantasy world and having like angels, demons, telepathy with animals, my series is kind of at the surface a dark historical fantasy romance at the surface, but is also intended to be read as an allegory. But I'm not going to say the undertones and subtext and what it's an allegory for just yet. And I'm not revealing the plot line and the title of my series just yet, as I don't want you trolls stealing my ideas and claiming it as your own. That's all on that end. I don't really have anything else to say aside from that. I can't speak for Attack on Titan, the show itself, or because I haven't seen an episode or read the manga. I'm just reporting on the fact that the creator is being accused of having hidden subtexts and undertones that are not sitting well with the worldwide community. In fact, like, a lot of Koreans are pissed at the show. The People's Republic of China banned it outright. Whether or not the subtexts are actually there, I don't know. And I'm not really interested in watching the show, and once again, when my friend C.A. Suleiman told me about his series, I was like, hey, this sounds like the anime Attack on Titan. And so shout out to C.A. Suleiman. That's it for today, folks. I'm nearing 100 videos over my channel's lifetime, so I'm going to hopefully put out more videos in the coming months and hopefully reach 100 before the year ends, and hope that'll be a great way to close out the decade. That's it for today, folks. Peace.